Tonight, I want to play with an idea. And the idea, quite simply, is modern man no longer uses the term cause. Since he no longer uses the idea of cause, he cannot really come to grips with the most important issues. Now, I'd like to start this exploration on the search for the cause based upon Plato's Phaedo. But first, what is a cause? Normal idea of a cause. Cause must be an agent that produces an effect or some result. A curious definition, because you could equally say a cause is that which produces an effect. Therefore, it's a poor definition. But this comes out of standard dictionaries, and that's what I decided to use, just to play with it for a few minutes. Now, I'm going to go through just quickly a couple of classic principles of causes in order to put them out of the way and give us a vocabulary. These are the classic four causes of Aristotle, and the acronym is MIF. Right? M-E-F-F, myth. If you have a barn, right, you must first have the material. Right? Must have all the material present too. The wood, the roof materials, nails, all of those things. That's the material cause. So you can say, the cause of the barn being there, why on one level it's a material cause must be present. So if I ask, what is the cause of the barn? I could say, well, there's a material cause, and these are the materials. Well, just because you have the materials doesn't mean it will come into existence. You must have an efficient cause, a workman, or someone or something that puts them together. That's called an efficient cause. So we have a material cause, an efficient cause, but even though you have workmen and materials, you can't do anything unless you have some plan, some idea of what you're going to be making. And that's called the formal cause. And that's our blueprint, as it were, of our barn. Now, just because you have the blueprint or the plan or the idea and workmen or the efficient cause and materials, you need something else. You need what is often described as it must satisfy someone's need. You have to have a need. Or in a language that expresses it best, there must be something that for the sake of which it came into existence. That's usually the way it's described. That's the fourth cause. That's called the final cause. That for the sake of which it came into existence. Someone has to need it, someone has to require it. Then, if that's the case, the plans, the efficient workman, material all come together. Now you can say there's a cause for the barn. There's something, however, that I'd like to mention now. There's a lot of energy that takes place bringing this into existence. Right? There's some energy in the making. Right? In the making. what do we have? We have 4 causes of Aristotle. We can talk about causes now in terms of this model. But now I want to move and show why the idea of cause in the modern world is empty. All right, I want to just quickly go over the idea that sense experience in respect to this issue of cause and effect is dumb and silent. That's where we're going. All right, let's do it. Which comes first, cause or effect? Obviously.
Cause.
All right. Then, the effect. Now, in terms of what we have been taught, all right, in terms of our experience, in terms of what we see, what we learn through the senses, do you ever experience the cause when it's a cause? Let me do it again, all right? Do we ever experience a cause when it's a cause? Watch, I'll do it for you with this beautiful piece of chalk. Here it goes. Ready? Do you see the cause or do you see the effect?
See the effect. And infer the cause because, it happens.
Do you ever...
We see the effect, right?
Pardon?
We see the effect.
Do you ever see a cause
No.
when it's a cause? Never.
Never.
No, because it hasn't done anything.
Well, is that right?
It's not visible
Can't be a cause unless it does
Then
something.
you can't see it.
with the eyes.
You can't see it. Right? Cannot see it. If he drops into the ground some seeds, as you can see in this beautiful picture, does he know when he puts the seeds in the ground that they will in fact germinate?
No.
Or does he have to wait for the effect?
That's the way.
He must wait for the effect before he can say that those seeds are germinating. Now look. It's undoubtedly true, though, that because we've seen and heard of people doing this countless times, that there's an expectation that if you put a number of seeds in the ground, something's going to germinate and generate plants, right? Yeah. There is an expectation. The expectation is nothing more than, under similar circumstances, we expect similar results, and that's the whole of it, isn't it? Well, if that's the case, then let me push the implications of that. If you're